Welcome back into the house of odds, the home of prediction markets. And this week we are going to be betting $1,000 once again. Now, last week we did a challenge where we bet $1,000 into crypto, and now we're going to be betting $1,000 into the sports section on Polymarket. Everything we do here is non-financial advice. Keep that in mind. And if you want to get started by trading on Polymarket, have a look at our A to Z video, link in the description or at the top of this video. And if you want to get started, click the link in the description as well to sign up with the highest possible discounted fees. So without further ado, let's dive straight in, invest $1,000 and hopefully get out with some profits, even though last time we actually lost. Time to dive in. So let's have a look at our portfolio, and a quick reminder, seeing this is a new channel as well, if you enjoy this content, leave a like, let us know in the comments what you think was going to happen, and obviously subscribe to the channel as well. So straight into Polymarket. Now, as you can see, we got a portfolio, we got $1,000 once again, which we're going to be betting on this week. And as we said, it's going to be sports. So let's go to the sports section and see what possible bets there are. Now, there are some interesting ones, and I'm going to try to spot a few ones that I have some knowledge of. And let's actually get started with something like tennis. I mean, tennis, obviously, it's a big one. We got a match going on at the moment of recording, or starting very soon. Now, this might be a very YOLO one, but let's start with a YOLO bet, as the odds here are very crazy. So even if we did only at $25, we'd be making crazy amounts, which I, from time to time, enjoy doing. No clue. Alcaraz, obviously, we know, which is a very good player, and the odds are saying he's a very good player. But even if he maybe fractures an ankle or trips over, then this one might be winning. So let's go for a quick one. Log in to our wallet, and there we go. Now, another interesting one that I saw was this one. The odds obviously are very much high in favor of Bublik, which, looking back at his results, were very nice for him. But still, once again, now and then I do like favoring or betting on the underdog. So I'm going to go for this one a tiny bit higher, for $75, simply because I feel like this one might be winning, and the odds are very nice to have him win. So quickly doing that one as well. Now let's look at some other sections. I've always been a big fan of esports, Counter-Strike, League of Legends. So let's see if I actually know a team over here that I've been playing with or watching when I was still playing CSGO. We're talking about a couple of years ago, actually. I did hear something about, here we go, Fnatic against Cole C. Let's actually have a look at their past results. And if we have a look at the results of Fnatic, the CS2 team of Fnatic, we can see their upcoming game is the one we were just talking about. Now, Fnatic against Astralis, 13th of January, which was a week ago, and a couple of weeks ago before that, we had another one where they actually lost, even though Fnatic is a very good team, and I think it's one of the most successful teams in the CS2 roster. So it feels as if right now the odds are for Fnatic, but their chances are that this one is going to win simply because they've been playing quite bad for the past 2 games. So I'm going to be betting on Cole C over here. Let's do a 150 on this one. Not too crazy, but enough to have it make impact if they are actually going to be winning. Now, League of Legends, same story. Big fan of League of Legends, used to play it quite a bit. Let's see if there are some teams that I actually still know. Invictus Gaming I'm seeing over there. Quite a bit more names that I have no clue about these days, so I don't really want to bet on them. This one, Ninjas in Pajamas. I've heard about Ninjas in Pajamas. I know how they've been doing. Here we go, latest score. They actually won this one. They lost these 2 games. In the LPL, they won this one, and have a look at this. 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. So Ninjas in Pajamas does still seem to be a very good team. So I'm going to be betting 4 Ninjas in the Pajamas here. Maybe a bit bigger bet this time. We do have a major price slippage, but that shouldn't be that much of an issue here. There we go. Now on to another section, which is going to be football. Now EPL, the Premier League, is obviously a very big one. This is a very interesting one that I've seen. Liverpool, Arne Slot, a Dutch guy. Liverpool still a very good team, and for the past games, they haven't been scoring that well, even though they had quite a few opportunities. So I think these odds are quite odd, where I think Liverpool might have a bigger chance than the 51%. So I'm going to go for Liverpool in this one, where we bet a bit more. We've got 500 cash left. Let's say we're going to be betting 300 on this one. If they win, we get 577 back. Let's see what they're going to do this week. Go. Now let's see what else we had. Chelsea over here, Newcastle. This one is also very interesting. Manchester United only has a 16% odd against Arsenal. Now, Arsenal not doing too well for the last results, whereas Manchester United now has a new coach, which we just were Googling and mentioning in the office. Michael Carrick is their new coach. And looking at their last games, I know for a fact that the last game was on the 17th of January, which we discussed in the office, and they won from Manchester City. It was the first game with their new coach, and now with the Africa Cup being done, the better players are now coming back into the team again. So I feel like Manchester United does have a lot higher chance than just a 16% odd. So we got 200 left. Let's go for the 150 here. Let's see what we're going to get. 922. Maybe this is too risky. Let's go for the 100 bucks on this one and see whether they are going to be winning the match. Now, you can also do some other interesting parts where you say, okay, we're going to get a draw on this one. Might even be a good one to do a 50 on that. Let's do that. And then we got 50 bucks left for this video to bet. Let's see if something else we can bet on. The UFC, for example. Here we go. Paddy.
I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out.
Paddy does have the very big odds here, 70%, which I think are quite fair and honest. So I feel like Paddy the Baddy is going to be winning here. So let's go for a bet on Paddy. The cash we've got left, so 51. Only a small win if we do get it, but I feel like Paddy has got this one in the bag. There's also quite a bit of volume on Polymarket on this one, so let's go for that. And there you go. Now we've got $1,000 invested. Again, let's have a look at our portfolio. Quickly needs to update on this one. So we got $1,000 invested now, and we're gonna keep you guys updated. We're gonna check back again in a week. Quick reminder, if you enjoy watching videos like this and you want to join us, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what you thought of it. And if you're looking to get started with Polymarket, we actually have a guide in the description on how to start. So let's see what they're gonna do, and then we're gonna check back in a week.
1 week later.
Okay, guys, and we're back after around 1 week since we first bet. We're going to check out and see what our portfolio currently is worth. As you can remember, we invested $1,000. So before we continue, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And before we continue, let us know in the comments what you think our value is going to be. So write down 1K or below 1K or above 1K and see whether we actually won something. Now, last week, we did the same thing, but we invested $1,000 into crypto, where we got $650 back. So we actually lost 350, as you can see in this video. So for now, for this one, let's see if we made some money. And we are at 1524. So we actually made 524 this week. We invested $1,000 into sports betting, and we now have 1524 left of our portfolio. Now, as you can see, no positions are open anymore. All of them were actually closed, or we lost them, or we won them. So let's quickly go over the ones before we wrap up this video. We lost the tennis ones. We did some small bets on these and we lost them both. We had a Arsenal versus Manchester United in a draw as a small bet. We actually won the big bet, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit. This is a sad one. Paddy the Baddy. We bet on Paddy for 70 cents per share, but actually he lost. So looking back at it, we should have been betting on the other one. We had the League of Legends, Ninjas in Pyjamas, where we bet on, and we had the Counter-Strike Coal Sea versus Fnatic, as you can remember, which we won as well. So for this one, we won 3 bets. Let's have a look and see which ones. As you can see, Manchester United winning against Liverpool, if I'm correctly, or Arsenal actually. We won that one. Let's check it out. Manchester United versus Arsenal. 2-3. So Manchester United luckily won in the 87th minute. They scored the last goal. Then we have the League of Legends, the Ninjas in Pyjamas, which they won. And like I said, the Colsey one won. So let's claim these proceeds. And then we should be having $1,500 once again in our wallet, or in our cash tag actually. So this week, 50% up. Last week, 35% down. So overall, we're still up. So if you want to follow us along on all the journeys that we're having, investing $1,000 every week, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed watching this one. And if you want to get started with trading on Polymarket, there's a link in the description to get the highest discounts on fees on Polymarket. And yeah, we'll hope to see you guys next week once again. This time it's going to be politics that we're going to bet. So let us know if you're excited. Thanks for watching and hope to see you guys at the next one.